Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wallenstein, back with more Rome 2 Total War. Now, we left off on our first little foray here. As Pontus, we took out Cappadocia. We took their two cities and let their armies disintegrate. Now, I think my next move is hopefully going to be trying to get the rest of this province here, Galatia et Cappadocia. Now, I'm hoping, as of this moment, these are controlled by Galatia. And I'm hoping they don't have too much in the way of armies. I'm hoping I can go for Ankara first, because it's a walled city, so I can at least hold that. I tend to like holding on to walled cities and provinces very early, so I can just use them as a base of operations because they're fairly easy to defend, at least on the hard difficulty I'm playing on. The issue is with Galatia, every playthrough I've ever done on this game, the Galatians tend to conquer a lot of the territory very quickly, tend to expand very rapidly, and basically take control of almost every playthrough I've done, take control of a good chunk of the Anatolia Peninsula, or Asia Minor. And my issue as Pontus is I'm kind of have 3 or 4 different fronts right now. Sinop right now is open for the taking, should they have an army in this area. Nemezia, which is my capital, is another front which I'll have to defend if I want to at least keep my armies up to snuff, because that's where I have my military training unit. And then of course I have Mazaka as another front. Now granted, I have 2 armies in these areas, but it might get tricky to defend. Now I always have the option of going after the Seleucids, since I can take Tarsus, and that's another walled city. It looks like it doesn't have anyone there right now. And if I check, they're pretty much at war with a lot of factions. Yes. They still at war with... They were at war with Galatia, which I could use to my advantage. They're at war with Cyprus. Where's Egypt? They don't show Egypt. Did they make peace with Egypt? Looks like they did. War with Parthia? Oh no, there is Egypt. Okay. I was going to say, Seleucids are usually one of the first after the after Epirus to fall, along with Parthia. Just to recap too, I do have a friendly with basically all of the other Greeks. Looks like Cyprus lost their island of Cyprus. They're stuck there. So I have a couple of options. I'm hoping to at least get the province first so I can get their bonuses. But if not, I might just go with the Seleucids, just because they seem to be in easy pickings at the moment. I can at least take Tarsus, and maybe if Side falls, I can take Salamis too, and at least have an island to launch from. So in the meantime, I can't use my spy, so I can't check out what's going on. Let's see. So let's change that. I don't have much money right now. What we got? Are there any new trade deals I can possibly do? Let's see if I can get a defensive alliance.
Friend.
Nope.
Greetings.
Hopefully I'll be able to do a little more talking of the game itself, and perhaps do a little bit of a history lesson too. That actually reminds me too, I'll give you a little brief history on Pontus, the factions that I'm playing as in these playthroughs. So I'll do a little brief intro as Pontus. I'm trying to do 2 things at once here, think and explain at the same time. Can I do a non-aggression?
Be welcome,
No.
emissary.
Trade
If you come
agreement?
in
No.
peace.
Big on Armenia. Trapezoes. Yeah, so the Kingdom of Pontus, or Pontus, was basically a bunch of Greek colonies that were founded on the northern shores of Anatolia. And it got its name, I believe, Pontus for the area in which it was. I think the Greek name for the Black Sea was Pontus Euxinos. You probably butchered that second word, which I believe means, at least according to the sources I've read, is the hospitable sea. And I believe Pontus meaning hospitable. So that's where it got its name from. Now, as you know, with how the faction is played, throughout ancient history, they had a lot of contact with the Eastern factions and mingling with the Eastern factions and the Greeks, with what was once the Persian Empire, and then all the Greek colonies and city-states. And because of that, has a nice mix, this game-wise, of Persian, or Eastern, and Greek units. Just looking here, you can tell we have the Eastern Spearmen, which aren't very good, but they're better than nothing. The Eastern Slingers, Javelin Men, and then the Greek units, the Hoplites, and Pikemen, as well as the Greek cavalry units, and I think they do have a couple of Eastern cavalry units too, the light cavalry. And the other unique thing with the Pontus faction is the chariots. It's one of the few playable factions that you can use that has chariots available. The others being Egypt, the Iceni, and I think the Seleucids. I'm probably wrong on that though. Don't quote me on that. But the Kingdom of Pontus was formed, I believe it was a emperor with Eastern origins that formed the Kingdom of Pontus, and I'll just go back to the map one last time. I know I'm annoying you guys with that. Formed pretty much a pretty decent-sized kingdom that stretched through basically the northern portion of Asia Minor and into its hinterlands, and up into the Caucasian area a bit. By the time the Romans came in the area, they were a pretty formidable kingdom. Actually, there was a point, I believe, I don't remember the name of the king, but he actually formed a very large army and actually marched similar to what the Persians first did when they were attacking the Greek city-states, based in the movie 300. If those of you who have seen it know what I'm talking about. The Pontificating formed an army with a lot of mercenary units from all sorts of factions, Greek, Eastern, Scythian, and marched his armies all the way up through the Caspian area, the Bosphorus, and tried to march down into the Greek Macedonian mainland. It failed. I think there was most of his army deserted by the time they got up into Scythian territory, and it was a failed attempt. Eventually, they were conquered by the Romans, and the kingdom as a whole ceased to exist since then. That's the brief little history lesson I'll do. Now let's get back to playing. Let's see. I don't think I can pretty much do anything else this turn. Except maybe... no, I want to get a couple cavalry units. So let's end our turn. Yeah, they're... Ooh, ally attacked. Timeless Pergamon... Sure. They're one of my favorite, as I've said before, they're one of my favorite factions to play as, just because of their combination of Eastern and Greek units. Gives treaty agreement dissolved. Cyprus, probably because they lost their island. Although... Oh! Yeah, they're done. That leaves us options now. Maybe not. It doesn't leave us options for Seleucids. They got a pretty nice army that's heading up in this area. So that leaves us with one option only. Let's see. They have an army. Galatians have an army there. Let's see if I can at least Let's see if I can at least cause some mayhem. I definitely want to build this up. Citizen Cav, Pontic Swordsman, yeah, let's do that. It won't give me much to do anything else. Except check diplomacy. They're at war with Galatians 2 because they're a satrapy. Yeah, unfortunately, looks like Cyprus is done. Although that'll give me an opportunity to hopefully take Sicilia as a province without attacking or messing with Cyprus and pissing off Egypt, which I don't want to do. I actually want to maintain close relations with Egypt for the time being. What I don't understand though is
the door is open to you.
Why I'm so unfriendly with the Armenians, even though when I play as Armenia in the campaign, I'm friendly with the Pontus, and I can actually get a non-aggression pact and trade agreement within the first turn, usually. Alright, so that pretty much leaves me with nothing. Let's just see what Galatia does, if they maybe try to make a move for the Seleucids. They've moved. Alright, so let's see if I can
Ready for battle. Waiting for
force up. How many turns can until 2 turns? Let's see, where are these guys? Where did the Galatians head? Send their men down there. So hopefully I can use this. I'm gonna go for it.
Ready for battle. Make haste, man.
Action encountered. Cartili, they're over in Caucasia, I believe. Yes. And they're not very friendly either. Can I get an agreement with Athens?
I am eager to hear your embassy, inspired as it undoubtedly is.
Let's try Sparta.
I give you welcome.
No.
Let Zeus and all...
Let Zeus and all his men.
Ready for orders.
Is there anything else I can do?
My lord.
What do I want to do? So most, let's do it. Have the money, might as well spend it. Now, hopefully Galatia won't take Ankara back, so I can take that quickly. No, excellent. If I can take that quickly, that'll at least keep me safe for the time when they do strike back. Pay for the upkeep of the temples. The high priestess intends to introduce a temple tax. Work together. That seems about 51.49. Secure promotion. Sounds good.
At your command.
All right. Let me just before I do that. I could take it in 2 turns. I could take both there.
I will call forth.
Good for nothing.
Ready for orders.
Can I take?
How may I say?
Ooh, I could. I could. The question is, do I want to? Oh, they took C-Day. Go for it.
will escape.
A little bit of lag. What's gonna defensive?
Ready for orders.
All right, can I take this province?
Laying siege to the
Yes,
settlement!
excellent.
We fight for you, my lord.
All right, now what I can do is set a target for them to attack my allies for Bithynian Pergamon to take that. I don't really care who takes it. I'm neutral with them now. I'm sure because I'm at war with Galatia. Oh yeah, I am. Okay. Yes. Who is that? Not friendly there. Trees with Seleucid, well, whatever. Cultural aversion is very high. That's what's the killer, I think. Macedon. I don't want to necessarily antagonize the Athenians yet. Maybe... No, I don't want to get too close with any of
My lord.
my buddies there. Ooh! Excellent, this is just what I need. Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Are you ready
one.
to serve?
Alright, whatever. Because now their only option... They only have 11 units.
We fight for you,
Excellent.
my lord.
I think I definitely have this. Ooh, my general almost died too. Oh my god. I don't know what the hell the AI did. I don't hope they do it again. Alright, so... What do we want to research? Let's go to military this time. Gotta do siege, yep. Now let's do siege now that I have a walled city. I can't really do anything else. I should have saved my... Yeah, you know what?
Ready for orders.
Ooh, shit, because that's going to form... Ah, crap. Maybe I did make a mistake doing that. No, not enough. All I have the gold for. Ah, almost forgot. Oh, come on.
My lord.
Britain Games, Britain Games. I need Britain Games. And I
We
didn't...
fight for you, my lord.
Let's do that. Give him the general upgrade now. Do I have to upgrade him
How
too?
may I serve, Pontus?
No. Hopefully this doesn't backfire. Ooh, it's going to be costly. Well... Close victory. Take the slaves for some gold. Hopefully that keeps them off. Rebellion, yes. Okay, that backfired too. Edict issued, faction destroyed, Cyprus.
All you must serve. I revel in this.
What good are you? Oh my god. Oh, I shouldn't be complaining. It says 53. Alright. Well, let's spend our gold converting. I was going to spend all of that. But it'll be well worth it, I hope.
Ready for battle. Kill them all! My lord.
Alrighty. 2 public order. Do I want to go with the short-term gain of defending this place? Yeah, I do. Because I don't want this to backfire. Let's go with the morale for right now.
At your command.
97, so we're going to lose. Hopefully I can hold out, won't lose any of these places to rebellion. I'm more worried right now about losing this to rebellion than to the Galatians. Okay. Ooh. They took out... Ah, good for Trapezus. Very good. Good for them. Do I have a military alliance with Pergamon? Yes. Can I get a defensive alliance?
Athena give you wisdom so that you may...
I'm going to keep
I
trying
am honored to receive you.
to get at least defensive alliances with these guys. What do they got? Nothing. They falling back, probably to defend Persinius.
All I ask is a treaty.
No, not yet. Not until I'm sure the Galatians are taken care of. Not until the Galatians are taken care of. Let's see. Slave revolt, that's not good. Slave revolt, definitely not good. I can't afford to stop adoptions right now.
By sea or by mountain.
As long as these guys are healing. Alrighty. Doo-doo-doo-doo. They're gonna rebel again. Unless I do something. Let's see. Well, that's not causing any issues right now. Oh, I don't know what to spend my gold on. Let's do the amphitheater. And it's Eastern. That's the other issue. I need to change it to Greek. Let's see. Well, I can get rid of that because I have one in Iconium. Where are they? Show me where they are, and I will go after them. Shit. Not where I wanted them to go. Not good. There. Oh, shit. Yes, yes, yes. They're heading for the capital. No, 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 no. Oh, crap. This has backfired immensely. Maybe not.
Ready for battle.
How may I serve Pontus?
Garrison army. Sardis is no more. Oh, because Sardis is conquered, that's why.
At your command.
Shoot.
Ready for orders. You have further orders?
We fight for you, my lord.
You call this a garrison? We fight for you, my lord. You march! Your feet bleed! You march again!
I'm going to take the risk. I'd rather not lose my army right now. Or my capital. Sack them, but I don't really care. I'll repair it. It's turning very bad indeed. At least the only good thing is
At your service.
I shouldn't have to worry about the Galatians.
I shall rest a while.
Oh. Let's research that.
The spirits tell us that we should offer you gold. We do not argue with spirits.
Yeah. Just in case they somehow make a comeback. I got bigger issues right now to deal with, like my slaves. Alrighty. Swabii are
By
done.
sea or by mountain, sire?
Let's try some citizen cav.
And then many faces. Breaking things is entertaining.
Oh, jeez almighty. What good are you, spy? Oh my god. I don't want to be spending that money right now. Bithynia's about to fall. That's not good at all. Although, it might be. This might work out. I might be able to take Nicomedia. And perhaps take more territory. In the future, anyway. My concern right now is getting rid of the slave revolt. Do I have gold I want to spend on anything, really? Public order. Let's do that. Let's build that up. And see how we do. Since my spy can't be of any use right now. And excuse me. Take a drink of my water real quick. And they're just going to sack that again. I hope. Settlement sack. Yep. Not good. I got a lot of issues right now. Alright.
We fight for you.
I'm going for him. Ambush. Good. Conniving hide out of my territory. Back to the slaves you go.
At your command. Make haste, man.
Let's upgrade these guys. Upgrade them again. And make haste.
Faster, damn you all. Ready for orders.
I guess I'm gonna have to. 624.
It is a great and glorious thing to fight for
I
our
just don't want them taking Ankara. Let them sack Iconium and Mazaka. Okay, so Samaria, good. Chimeria, I probably should call them. Another butchered on my part. Now I can, hopefully, maintain control of this province. We'll see. Hopefully it's not a slave revolt. Rebellion I can take care of. Slave revolt.
I respectfully ask for an attack on these people as
No.
soon as can.
Not right now. Samosta. Yes. Samosta.
by sea or by mountain, sire. Kill them all! Destroy them! To the pillars of Heracles, if you wish. Apollo's footsteps.
Come on, get...
Poseidon, guide me.
Shit.
Ready
Can
for battle.
I...
Any man who drops is left behind.
Sack that again. Definitely need, hopefully this next turn, I can build another building at Samosata to, hopefully a cultural building. It'll help calm this population down. And they're increasing Eastern. Why? Should be Hellenic. How are they becoming more Eastern? That's going to be my priority right now, is maintaining control of this province. Alright, let's research something here. So yeah, so not that I'm talking about this, I'll do a little bit more talking about what I like about the game. I definitely like, since talking of buildings, how they've revamped the whole units building structure. And I think I've talked about this before, but it makes it a little more challenging as on what to build in each city. Let's just move my spy somewhere a little more central. It makes it a little more challenging. It makes each of your cities a little more unique, I feel, especially when they've added these trade centers, special buildings. But overall, I like that's one thing I do like about the Emperor Edition. I definitely, like I've said before, it's made it a more complete game. The game that probably should have been released. I know this game's has had a lot of detractors when it first came out, and still does because of it. But I gave Creative Assembly the benefit of the doubt, and I at least appreciate that they've done all of the fixes, I should say, for free. Granted, they've had some DLC pricing, some people argued what should have or shouldn't have been charged, or at least at the price it was at. But that's neither here nor there. They have to make money somehow, and really, those kinds of DLC, like the faction packs and some of the unit packs, they really add no new gameplay mechanics to the game at all. They just add different factions, so really there's really, for me, isn't an issue as to why they charge for it. Because unless it adds a new gameplay elements to it, now obviously there will be those that argue that, well, playing as different factions adds different gameplay mechanics, and that might be true to an extent, but I mean in what they've done with patches and actual gameplay mechanics, like changing the way the game is actually played, whether it's balancing and things like that, those kind of DLC or patches and DLCs to me really don't necessitate being charged for. Those, for me, if they had done that, if they had made, like, for example, charged people to buy, existing owners of the game to buy the Emperor Edition, that to me would have been a little iffy. If they had charged users to buy some of the, like, if they had created some of the patches to be actual downloadable content and then charged for that, that I would have been up in arms on with the rest of the people. But I think they've definitely they've certainly apologized for the lack of quality of the game when it first came out, and I think they've more than made up for it with the free patches, the consistent patches every month, and then with this Emperor Edition. I'm willing to give them another chance with future games, Attila being the next. So let's just, I'll quit rambling on and pontificating in my own views and just get on with playing the game to this next turn. Alright, so what do I want to research? I might as well get the next military thing taken care of. But that's my whole 2 cents on the whole botched game when it first came out. I bought it when it first came out. Actually, I think I pre-ordered it, if I recall. It's one of
A river of goods and coin between our lands.
Sure. It's one of the few games I had said from day one that I wanted to get. There's usually 1 or 2 games, once they're announced, that I know that I'll play no matter what. This was one of them. GTA 5 was the other one for that year that I knew immediately I would buy day one. And games like that, like the 1 or 2 that I know I will play regardless, I will either pre-order or get the same day that it comes out. So I kind of knew it's not like I spend a lot on different games. I usually wait, at least for PC, until they come on sale on Steam. That being said, I was a little, and I think I said this in my first video too, I was a little disappointed on how the game first came out, when it first shipped. To me, it was seemed very easy to play. Battles were very quick. It really didn't seem to me to make much of a difference what units you used. It was, and I think I've seen these in comments before when the game first shipped, is that it was basically the strategy involved sending all of your units en masse to flank. It was a matter of time before the units lost morale and fled, and made battles very quick, very easy. Not much strategy, not much tactics. They've definitely changed that since then. They've actually increased, I think, either increased the morale or decreased the amount that morale lessens. They've made battles a lot longer, and I've noticed in a couple of the tests I've done with units that hoplite on hoplite battles and spear battles tend to last a lot longer. It's not a matter of fight or flight. Sorry, just taking another drink there. What were some other things I didn't like when the game first came out?
Many faces.
That was basically it, I think. I will say, too, that I think when it first shipped, the whole different cities and provinces was nice
How may I serve Pontus?
on paper, but when it was actually done in practice, it wasn't very good. talking as I have a hard time doing two things at once. Let's see. Let's build another one of these. But yeah, that was very simple too. It felt like it really didn't add any uniqueness to your cities. At least when I played through, all of my cities were kind of the same. I would have maybe one city that would be just all the military units, and the rest, the military buildings, and the rest would just be either culture or food buildings, which was kind of didn't make it city building very unique. It was kind of just a very shallow. Whereas what they've done with the Emperor Edition now, they've made it kind of like a strategy within the grander strategy.
We fight for you, my
I think I'm going to end my turn. I don't think I have anything else to do here. Oh, I can upgrade this. Good. I want to do that. Anything that spreads Hellenic culture, which I think will be this guy. Calm these mofos down. Alright, and turn. But I definitely like what they've done since the Emperor Edition. To me, it's now a complete game. A game I enjoy playing now. A lot. The only thing I wish they would fix...
We would be forever in your debt if you ordered your work.
...is multiplayer campaign. Because I played with a couple of my buddies, or tried playing with a couple of my buddies, and it seems that there's a certain point where the game would constantly crash. There was one playthrough in particular where I was playing as the Seleucids and my friend was playing as the Egyptians. And it came to a certain point in the match where every time, even if we pulled it from a different save, as soon as you would hit end turn, the game would freeze and crash. And I haven't played since then, but I have heard that it still was very buggy, very laggy, and I kind of would hope that's definitely something they do fix, or continue fixing, or focusing on now that the Emperor Edition is out, is tweaking up the multiplayer, making it more playable. And I hope they definitely do that in Attila too, that they don't make it as crappy as it was in this game. That being said, should I cause a little... Do I want to cause a little mayhem? This spy's been kind of crappy.
On the move. I revel in distraction.
Thank God.
I have done all you asked.
Did something right. I'll do that. Research some more stuff. I'm probably going to do economy now. Focus on getting my... maybe not. Maybe I want to do... I'll do that. I'll do at least get some siege equipment up. You know what I should do? Yes. Well, it looks like the Seleucids. They're actually... I don't know who this is. Looks like Egypt. Slowly creeping towards Antioch, which is good. I can make contact with them, maintain friendly relations, hopefully. And maybe I'll crush... Maybe I'll make a move on Cilicia, sorry. So I think that's all I'll have this time. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys to death, rambling on a bit. Hopefully I can get a little more history lesson in. I'll try not to pontificate too much again. Hopefully I want to brush up a little bit on my history, do a little more quick glancing over some articles and such again to brush up. I have been studying this time period for the past year, so I know a little bit more about Rome, not so much about the eastern areas. It's been a while since I've studied anything in that particular area. And I've been actually taking a little break from studying the Roman period and doing a little bit more, just reading some works of fiction and non-fiction, more contemporary stuff. Not that you guys care, but some George Orwell and some Frank Herbert, some Dune. So I'll leave it at that, and thank you guys for watching. If you have any recommendations on how I play, some tips, tricks, hints, or just some feedback on audio, video, the syncing, so on and so forth, or anything at all, just comment, like, and if you want, subscribe. Thanks for watching.